Hello and welcome to Finextra. I'm Emily Horler and I'm here at Next Gen Banking Nordics 2016 in Helsinki. And I'm joined by Ilkka Ruotsila, an industry expert, and we're talking about the changing needs of wealth investors. Thank you very much for joining me.
Nice to be here.
What are the needs of investors? How is digital changing the expectations from their managers?
Well, it is changing quite a bit. However, it takes a bit longer than it was expected. If we look at the Nordics, for example, which quite well represents the global situation right now as well, the wealthy investors in the Nordics, only 1/4 of those have really adopted and are using digital advice, like online brokers, package portfolios, robo-advisors, and social finance type of service offerings. And I think that adoption rate has been a bit slower than we have expected in the industry.
And what will this look like in the future?
Well, actually, when we asked these same investors, they did say that actually more than half of these, they did say that they are actually willing to try these type of new digital type of advice services, and actually as much as 80% said that they are willing to invest at least part of their wealth in these type of services. So I think the future looks promising. However, the monetization of those income flows for the digital advisors will be a question mark.
And what are the strategic topics incumbents should be thinking about?
Well, there are several topics, of course, and there's no one size fits all. But I think there are a couple of questions that the incumbents should ask themselves. The first one being that, do I want to actually invest in the customer relationships? Or should I rather take a conscious decision and become, for example, an infrastructure player, providing services for the other players who are owning the customer relationship? Another question is that whatever I do and decide on the customer front, am I really able to disrupt and change my entire business model? Or should I focus on a couple of niche areas, what I want to become known for? And finally, I would say that whatever you do with the business model, you should ask yourself, how do you do it as a flexible one? Because there's no silver bullet right now on how you should build your business.
So how should wealth managers begin their digitalization journey?
Obviously, there's a lot of technological areas you need to invest into. For example, like analytics. You need to, for example, a good way to increase your value proposition is to integrate lending offering together with your wealth management offerings to increase the stickiness. It always makes sense to invest in cloud, and I mean the list goes on and on. But I think one of the first major areas that the wealth managers need to address is the mindset part. And I'm talking about a couple of myths in the industry that they need to get rid of. For example, that wealthy investors are not interested about digital because they are, or portfolio managers think that digital is cannibalizing the business. That is true, but I mean, if you don't digitalize, then you will actually lose your business. And perhaps even that one of the myths being that the digitalization is not a industry priority right now, because it really is. So I think letting go of these myths is the first step for the wealth managers, after which they then need to really think about where should I play and what are the technological investments I need to do.
Ilkka, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
And thank you for watching.